Hey guys, well, welcome back to another WellFit Wednesday, and today we're talking about the secrets to fat loss cardio. How hard should you be pushing? What are the secrets behind losing fat while doing cardio? Something we have to break down for a second is, number one, that consistently over and over the science is showing that it doesn't matter whether you go on a low fat or a low carbohydrate diet or whatever. The major thing that matters is that if your goal is to lose fat, that you end up eating less calories than you're consuming. Now, if you're going to talk about some of the specifics behind it, we want you to be eating high quality calories so that your body also has the right amount of nutrients to be able to function well, which can correct organ imbalances and hormonal imbalances and organ imbalances, but at least can correct hormonal imbalances so that your body can function like a more well-oiled machine, which means long term you end up functioning better as a healthy human being. So if you have that covered, let's say that you've got a slight caloric restriction covered. So your body needs, I don't know, let's say it needs 2,000 calories a day, so you're eating roughly 1,800 to create that kind of caloric deficit. And if you want to talk about more of that later, just shoot a comment down below and we'll talk about it. But let's say that you've got that handle. You're eating high quality food, and that high quality food is not in a caloric excess, so you are set up to be able to lose fat. So we've got that covered. Now we'll talk about the cardio part of it. So you can lose fat on its own just by changing up your nutrition and getting a healthy diet full of micronutrients. But if you're going to be exercising and doing cardio, there is a better way to do it. What we're finding is that there's certain mechanisms of the body that are activated by creating an environment in your body which is called being hypoxic. Hypoxia, or hypoxia means, what's a good way to explain this? Basically a lack of oxygen. So if you exercise hard enough to the point where you're and you're sucking wind really hard, that's you becoming somewhat hypoxic as a unit. But you've got to push that boundary to be able to find it. So what we're finding then is that if you put your body into an environment where you become hypoxic, where you're breathing really hard, you've stimulated some of the reactions inside your body that tell your body to work more like what you're trying to get, i.e. work more like helping you to be able to lose fat. And those reactions are then stimulated to help you get toward your end goal. Make sense? So that's why the idea of doing this sort of long, slow cardio may do some. It'll definitely give you some benefit because it will get rid of some caloric. It'll burn off some calories, some excess calories in the long run. But it's part of the reason why study after study after study is showing that high-intensity interval training is doing a much better job of helping people to lose more fat in a shorter amount of time because you've gotten your body up to that hypoxic condition where you're breathing really super hard. So there's a couple different ways that we found to strew this in. One way is to have people do high-intensity interval training at the end of their weight training. We do that because if you're working out with weights, your nervous system should be shot at the end of your workout. If you're really trying to gain strength. If they're not shot somewhere in there and you're actually trying to gain strength while you lose fat, then you're not lifting hard enough. So one way to do it is to save some of your cardio towards the end. So you'll do, we'll say 4 minutes of 20-second on, 10-second off, Tabata style protocol, where you do 20 seconds of pushing really hard and then 10 seconds of coming off. That one works fine. Another way to do it is to take your cardio intervals and strew it throughout your exercise session. So you could do, let's say you'll do half your workout, and then you'll do a 5-minute segment of cardio, and then you do the other half of your strength workout, and then you do a 5-second cardio. That one works really well. One of the ones that we've been experimenting a lot with lately is doing your exercises, so one set of exercises. So let's say you've got chest press and a row. So you'll do your sets of those back and forth, and then when you're done, you'll do 2 minutes of a higher intensity interval of cardio. Then you'll do your next setting of 2 strength exercises, and then you'll do 2 more minutes of cardio, and then you'll do your next setting of exercises, and then do 2 minutes of cardio. So by the time you're done, you've had 3 separate segments of your workout where you've gotten yourself to an hypoxic situation, and your body should ideally be a more efficient fat burning machine. That's the goal. The reason I chose 2 minutes is that if we look at energy systems, we see short-acting energy system where you use almost completely sugar, well, completely sugar theoretically would be about 10 to 15 seconds. If you bump it up to 30, you use something else. A minute, you burn something else. And after the 2-minute mark, your body theoretically has to switch over to being all aerobic because you can't physically produce energy with your sugar system if you're working hard enough. So it's a reason why we picked 2. It's interesting that we've been finding actually some really good success using that methodology, the 2 minutes, and I think it's because it gives people long enough to be able to recover so they can push into their cardio again. So if you've not tried it, think that your number one goal when you do cardio is to get yourself hypoxic. Get yourself really breathing hard and really going at it to stimulate your body's internal system to help you use fat better. Hope that helps. Check us out next week on another WellFit Wednesday. As always, if you guys have any questions about things that you'd like to hear about, shoot us an email. Visit wellfitlife.me. And I just realized wellfitlife.me is spelled wrong. Wellfit, L-I-F-E. We'll have to fix that. For more info, and we will talk to you